Here to weigh in, we welcome Marc Rudov, a branding advisor to CEOs. He's also a Newsmax columnist and author of Interbranding. Marc, President Trump has put law and order at the centerpiece of his re-election campaign, and this is the first time we're really seeing Joe Biden put these issues of violence and also public safety into a major paid advertising blitz. If you remember, it was barely 2 weeks ago at the DNC that none of this was mentioned. Why do you think VP Biden is doing this right now?
Well, he's doing it right now because he's sinking in the polls. This election is coming down to credibility, Emma. It's a love Trump, hate Trump election. It's not a love Trump, love Biden election, because Biden hasn't ever done anything and can't do anything. If you look at his life, 47 years in the swamp, that's proof that he can't do anything. And everything he says is a lie. And so now he's coming out of his bunker because he's slipping in the polls, and people are starting to realize that this country's in trouble. This election is coming down to three kinds of safety: physical safety from riots, fiscal safety from a crashing economy, and physiological safety from COVID-19. So you take a guy who hasn't ever done anything outside government, and his sidekick, Chameleon Harris, who's the most liberal senator we have, and somebody who ruined Brett Kavanaugh's life with a smile on their face. You put these two together, can they run the country? Absolutely, right into the ground. So if you have to stack ad for ad, speech for speech, you have to look at, again, who has done things and who can do things. And Trump has done a lot in his life. Biden has done nothing except line his pockets, his family's pockets, with crony capitalistic money from credit card companies, from China, from Ukraine.
Yeah.
That's really it. So if you believe that Biden can do these things, you're a fool.
You got to look at the record, as you're saying. One has a much longer record in Washington as well, Joe Biden, that being the guy for that. But I want to talk about both the president and Joe Biden's trip to Kenosha, just from an optics perspective, right? Let's see. The president was not invited, not welcomed by the state's governor in Kenosha, Wisconsin. And now Joe Biden is deciding to plan his own trip there. Is this just a political move by the Biden camp? It seems as though he's somewhat following in the steps of President Trump. He's a little behind the wheel.
That's exactly right. Trump was told not to come. He did it anyway. He didn't put his finger up to the wind to decide what's the politically correct thing to do. He just decided what is the correct thing to do. So he went to Kenosha to give support to law enforcement. And he's also going to aid with $43 million in cash for the police and also businesses that have been wiped out. Joe told him, don't go, it's going to backfire, bad move. Now Joe's going, because that's what Joe is. Joe has no original thoughts. He has no strategy. He just thought that he could safely stay in his basement until Election Day.
Yeah.
But he's wrong.
Well, I think regardless, we're going to see two new political ads coming out from these visits to Kenosha from both candidates. Marc Rudov will have to call you back to analyze those once they come out. Thanks so much for being with us today. We appreciate it. You got it.